The colony ship drifted through dead space with half its crew frozen in emergency sleep pods and the other half scattered across 3 decks, trying to keep the engines from tearing themselves apart. Lieutenant Jake Cameron stood in the cargo bay, staring at the containment field that held their only hope or their biggest mistake, and he still could not tell which. Inside the shimmering blue barrier floated a woman or something that looked enough like a woman to make his heart do stupid things. When he looked at her too long, her skin held a faint silver glow like moonlight on water, and her hair moved around her face as though she was underwater, even though she floated in open air. The science team called her a weapon. The military brass called her a tactical asset. Jake called her beautiful and hated himself for it. He had been found drifting in a pod near the wreckage of an alien vessel 3 weeks ago, and the moment they brought her aboard, the ship system started going haywire power, surges and engineering navigation charts rewriting themselves, and Jake kept having dreams he could not remember when he woke. Dr. Lisa Harper approached with her datapad glowing in the dim cargo bay light, and her face looked tired in the way that meant she had not slept in days. "The readings are getting stronger," she said without looking up from her screen. Whatever she is, her energy signature is spreading through the ship like a virus. Jake watched the woman in the containment field and noticed. Her eyes were open now and looking right at him. They were violet, impossibly violet, the kind of color that should not exist in nature, but did anyway. "Can she hear us?" Jake asked. Lisa shrugged. "We do not know what she can do, and that is the problem." Command wants her weaponized or jettisoned by morning. Jake felt something twist in his chest. "Weaponize it," Lisa nodded. "They think she is some kind of biological computer, and if we can interface with her neural pathways, we might be able to use her as a navigation system or a weapons targeting array." Jake looked at the woman again and saw her lips move. No sound came out, but he felt something shift in his head like a door opening in a room he forgot existed. "I need to go in there," he said. Lisa grabbed his arm. "Absolutely not, and you know the protocols. Anything that goes through that barrier gets scanned and sterilized, and you are not expendable." "Cargo," Jake pulled free gently. "Then get me clearance because something is wrong. And I think she is trying to tell us what." Hours later, Jake stood inside the containment field with his heart hammering against his ribs and medical sensors taped to every part of his body that the scan team could reach. The woman floated 3 feet in front of him, and up close she was even more impossible. Her skin had patterns like circuit boards running just under the surface, and they pulsed with soft light in rhythm with her breathing. She reached out slowly, and Jake forced himself not to flinch. Her fingers touched his temple, and the world exploded into light and memory. He saw himself. No, he saw someone else wearing his face. Someone older. Someone who knew her. The visions came faster. A war that burned across galaxies. A love that survived the collapse of stars. A promise made in the moments before the end. And then he remembered, his name was not Jake Cameron. It had been once, but that was 3 lifetimes ago, before the military erased his memory and gave him a new identity and sent him out to find her. Because he was the only one who could, because they had been bonded. Because she was not a weapon. She was his wife. The alien princess pressed her forehead against his, and he felt tears on his face that might have been his or hers. "They lied to you," she said, and her voice sounded like music made from starlight. "They took you from me and made you forget. They made you into their soldier." Jake, or whoever he really was, felt his knees buckle, and she caught him with arms that felt too strong and too gentle at the same time. "The others will come for us," she whispered. "My people, and they will not ask questions. They will see me captive, and they will burn this ship to dust. We have to run." Jake looked into those violet eyes and felt the weight of 3 lifetimes pressing down on him. The memories were still fragmentary, still broken, but they were his real and true and worth more than whatever lie command had built around him. The alarm started screaming. Lisa's voice crackled over the intercom. Something just appeared on long range sensors, and it is. Big Jake felt the princess tense in his arms. "They are here," she said. "Take me to the bridge and I can stop this. But you have to trust me." Jake thought about the life he thought he had lived, the missions, the medals, the orders he followed. Without question, all of it built on stolen memories and lies. He thought about the war she showed him, the one that was coming, the one that would consume everything unless someone stopped it. He made his choice. The bridge was chaos when they arrived with Officers shouting and screens flashing red and the captain demanding answers. Nobody had. Jake walked in with the princess at his side and every gun in the room turned toward them. The captain was a hard woman named Victoria Cross, and she looked at Jake like he had just committed treason. "Explain yourself, Lieutenant." Jake met her eyes. "Her name is Maya, and she is not a weapon. She is a peacekeeper, the last of her kind. And if we do not let her do what she came here to do, we are all dead in the next 10 minutes." Victoria looked at the view screen where a ship the size of a moon was emerging from hyperspace, with weapons that could crack planets. Maya stepped forward and her voice filled the bridge with a sound that made the air vibrate. "I am Maya, daughter of the 7th house and keeper of the old treaties. You have taken what was mine and now you will return him, or face the consequences of breaking the accord." The massive ship stopped. The weapons powered down. A voice responded in a language Jake somehow understood. "The bond is confirmed. The human will be released." Maya looked at Jake and he saw the question in her eyes. She could take him home back to whoever he used to be. Or he could stay humans. Stay lost, stay with the people who lied to him but also needed him. Jake made his second choice in 10 minutes. He took her hand. "Wherever you go," he said. "I go," and the ship that was bigger than a moon opened a door of light that swallowed them both whole on the bridge of the colony ship Victoria. Cross watched them disappear and wondered if they had just lost their best soldier or saved the whole human race. Maybe both. In the light between worlds. Jake held Maya close and felt his memories returning like stars coming out after a storm. He remembered their first meeting. He remembered the war. He remembered dying for her. And he remembered the promise he made to find her, no matter how many lives it took. "I remember," he whispered. "I remember everything." Maya smiled. And it was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen, and let us go home, and together they stepped into forever.